Hello and welcome back to Mars Horizon, where we are leading Japan in the space race. In the last episode we completed the milestone Jupiter flyby. If you haven't seen that episode or previous, please find a link in the description below to take you to the playlist for this Let's Play. In this episode we'll focus on the next milestone, which is the Modular Space Station 1, which is the first part towards the International Space Station. So we have completed the research for Modular Space Station 1, and we have got the payload, the Zayar. And so there is Modular Space Station 2 and Space Station 3, which is what we can work towards shortly. At the minute we are researching the PR office, which will be done next term, and then after that I'm possibly going to go for the diplomacy office, and then we can look at doing joint missions for other agencies if we want to. But the main reason for going down these two was to try and was to unlock the additional mission control expansion, because I believe that's going to be very useful. Because we've got good credits, we've got a lot of funding at the minute to keep us going, and they say there's quite a few different missions, request missions we can do, but it also help with doing additional milestone missions. So as I say, we're going to start looking at the Modular Space Station 1. So constructing a Modular Space Station 1 in low Earth orbit will provide a vital testbed for microgravity based research and grant humanity a long-term presence in space. The first step in this ambitious project is to launch a core module containing power and environmental systems to which future modules can connect. And you say here International Space Station. So let's say both the Chinese and the Soviets are actually already, well, they're launched in 7 months and 16 months. So unfortunately we are going to be a bit behind, but we should hopefully be able to gain third position depending on how well they are successful. So let's start looking towards planning the mission. And space station. So that is the plan at the end of it, is to construct the International Space Station, which is Modular Space Station 1, 2 and 3. And you get monthly rewards times 300. Okay? Or X 300, so maybe that's just these get done for 300, but you have that support and research for 300 months, which is nice. But yeah, so we're going to start planning the module. Okay, so we've got a standard, observation, comms and power, all with the unique design. More information. So we've just got to deploy mission phase 1 as modular deployment. So it's navigation, comms and a bit of data. Okay, so I'm going to select the standard payload as always, because I think it's the best value for what you can get for reliability as well. I'm just thinking that. So you've got observation 65, comms 65 and power 75, but it's a big increase for the power. So we'll stick with the standard and we will get that built. So mission control, we are in the progress of doing 3 months for this studies for that mission, and we've got manoeuvring evaluations, which we're actually now rebuilding our space shuttle Hope, which will be ready in 1 month that we can start planning. If we can get this one launched as quickly as possible, we should be able to reuse this rocket to do the Modular Space Station. Okay, but as I say, that is all the missions slots done, which is why we're trying to get the additional mission slot available for us, because as I say, we have got like I say, far side of the moon request mission to do. We also have Mars, which has a request mission on, and we also do need to start looking at getting some of this unlocked, but I believe this is quite a bit down here, so I don't think we're going to be able to do much more on Mars. No, doesn't look like it. So that's all down here anyway. So, well, that's down here anyway. So to do the Mars requirement, engine and habitat, that's down here. So we've got to do all this first. Okay. So yeah, so I think the plan will be is to get the additional research slot. Then I'm going to come down and possibly get the Neptune. Then I want to go straight into the Grand Tour, because I would like to get this mission, which is complete the Grand Tour before China. Yeah, the 3,500k is a nice reward. We don't particularly need it, but we do want to keep on top of the money because it can rapidly drop because the missions are getting more and more expensive. So let's just clear that request mission off so it goes away. And I say I would also like to go out to Venus to get these 2 missions done, and also to Mercury. But to do them, we would have to come back up to where's it gone? Up here. So we've got a Venus impactor, which is, just cancel that actually, 800 research for the Venus impact. So we could probably get that done really quickly, to be fair, and 1600 for the Mercury orbit, and another 2000 for the Venus orbit. So we may get that done if we have a little bit of the same as the Saturn as well. That's another 4800. So I would like to get all the missions done as best as possible, and they've got Neptune and Uranus. So I would like to complete as many of the milestone missions as possible, if not all of them. But we will have to see how it goes, because we do need to be as competitive as possible with the other agencies to ensure we are keeping on board. So like here, we've got 17% towards our readiness, and the Soviets are at 13%. So we're doing quite well with that. I say we do need to get these missions, mission prerequisites researched, but we'll get there as and when we get there. So let's move on with that catch up done. Okay, so we've now got a review, and we're just shy again, but we're getting closer and closer each turn though. So next review we should get additional funding, but we're still getting 561k per month, and the PR office is ready to go. The moving evaluation vehicle is complete, so we've got a new shuttle. Unfortunately, the last two didn't go very well. Okay, so they've got a payload reliability increased, but the mission training reduced by 50% per month, so just need to get it up and launched as best as possible. Right, we need some additional crew members. All 3 of our crew, excuse me, are actually being used, so we need to hire a new one. I have had a request actually from one of our viewers, Maria, who would like to become an astronaut. Unfortunately, I don't see one here that will suit you at the minute, so when we get that unlocked, we will put you down as hire you as an astronaut. So if anyone else would like to be named as an astronaut, please leave a comment below of what you would like. But for this mission, we need 2 astronauts, so one of these looks very good. The problem solver looks good. The athlete doesn't look good because it's just recovery time. The celebrity is good because he got the additional support, but I don't think that's the best. Longevity is increased retirement age, so that's a bonus. But unfortunately, astronauts haven't done quite well in the last few episodes. So we shall get the problem solver. So we'll hire him. And who else can we hire? So I mean, this one looks interesting because the salary is only 5k and it's 50k upkeep, but he's not going to give much bonus to the missions. Even the extra, I suppose he retires at 73. He's 9k a month. The celebrity, at least the celebrity gives us 10% support bonus upon the mission success. So let's hire a celebrity just for the athlete. Tempted to go. Well, then he's only got 7 years to go before he retires. So that's pretty pointless. You've got. That's what I say. At least he's actually going to give us a lot of years service. Well, I suppose he's got 20 years. So let's hire you. We'll go back and we shall assign the astronauts. Confirm. Train him. Oh god, the launch reliability is terrible. Okay, the next date would be February. So, when is the module being done? 7 months. So we've got a bit of time to wait. So let's just launch in April to give us at least a bit more on the launch reliability. So we'll select that date and we'll confirm. And go. Okay, so research. We've got 1500, so we could do most. We could be able to get this one done next term, but then we have got 4k for the mission control. Vehicle-wise, I think we're okay for the short term. We've got the HO, we've got the boosters, we've got the Mu-5 rockets and the Centaur D. So we should be okay there. As I say, we could start looking towards the Neptune and then on the Grand Tour. Or we could even come back up here and do some of these missions on the side. I mean, out of curiosity, what would we get for... It's still really good research. Actually not a bad idea. Because we'll spend a little bit of research, but we should be able to get quite a bit back. I mean, yeah, the R2 months, it's only 3 months after launch, so nothing dramatic. I mean, just alone there, you're looking at about 3.6k worth of research. I still think I'm going to go down to do the diplomacy office because I would like to get this mission build and stuff, because right now we can't do any more missions because we haven't got the additional slots. Yeah, the visitor centre is interesting, but I would like to go for the diplomacy office. So an office for a dedicated diplomatic team who will focus on forging strong relationships with other agencies. So plus 25% reputation reward for successful joint missions, increased likelihood of joint missions being offered by other agencies. So we'll do that. Yeah, so we'll be able to get more joint missions with that, but we'll need the conference centre to be able to propose joint missions with other agencies. So again, we'll get that as and when we'll get it in the future. But my plan will be to get the diplomacy office and then push on towards the mission control. It does depend what all the others are doing. So NASA's researching the space shuttle. So the Soviets are going straight towards the space station Modular Space Station 2. ESA is doing the Saturn flyby, and the Chinese are doing the Vesta. The Vesta, is that the Mars one? Yeah, that's for the Mars lander. So it is tempting to push on towards doing Space Station Module 2. But the Modular 2 one, yeah, we've got everything that we need to do for it. It's just a case of, do we want to push on ahead? Yeah. This is my dilemma. I mean, I think I'm going to stick with getting the diplomacy office done because I would like the extra build and start. It's just a case of to get all this done. It's going to come at a cost to not become in first place. So it's going to have to be what it is. So with the new building for the PR office, is it worth getting? A PR office is essential in improving public awareness of our missions and to gain greater support for agencies. So it's good because it will give us additional support, which will then turn into additional funding in our yearly reviews. So it's 500k, so it's not particularly that expensive. But is there anywhere we can put it? So that gives an additional 2% reward. That's negatives over here. Positive over here for 3% reward. But then we'll lose that. Well, can't put much in this corner anyway. So, but that's going to cost us 1.4k, so it's not really worth it. There is still 1.2. So that's the best place for it, but it's going to cost us 15k to upkeep. I'm going to hold fire because we are running out of space, and I don't think we can buy additional space. So let's just hold fire with that and move on. Belting radiation. Direct observations made during your recent Jupiter flyby mission have revealed that Jupiter's radiation belt is much more severe than previous thought. Driven by electrical currents in the planet's outer core, the magnetic sphere produces belts thousands of times stronger than those around Earth. Okay, so we gain additional 600 science. So this is a good thing about doing their missions. You gain additional science when it comes. So the diplomacy office has now been complete. So, like I say, we are getting some good science. So we want to go straight onto the mission expansion. I say we can get another one, but that's 10,000 research. So we'll get the additional one there. Just have a quick glance. They're doing Space Shuttle, Modular 2, Saturn, and the Vesta still. Yeah. Okay. So the base, we can now build the diplomacy office, which... Okay, so we do have to have the PR office before we can have the diplomacy office. So that's interesting. Okay. So it will just increase likelihood, but the problem is though, to put the PR office down, we are losing. There's a lot of space here that we would actually, because I'm just concerned now. We might have to have. I wonder if we have to have these ones before we can get this one. I have to hold fire with that one. I'm not too sure if we need. I understand that to have this one we need that one, but to have this one, we'd have to have all this to have that. But I don't see how we're going to build all these buildings. So we'll see. So we've got another one for global positioning, but again, no research, no more active mission slots, so we may as well move on. Okay, then, so the Selenological Studies. Okay, so this is the crew for this. Yep, so we need another. So this is launch. So we've got a good It's just the payload's not the best, and it's raining again. Okay, so we've got a good... Yep, 83%. I think that's still pretty good. But the problem is well, the last previous launches haven't been the best, so 83% launch is positive, so let's just go. Problem is I don't want to lose any more astronauts because we are getting very thin on the ground. Well, it didn't explode, which is positive, but just. Okay, so we've got -1 power for duration of mission. That isn't very good. And we've got some more level up for the Saturn IVB. Okay, so we could auto resolve, but the damaged battery is a bit concerning because it's 75%, but we have 68% chance of, yep. Auto resolve, go. That's successful. That's a successful mission anyway. Okay. Mission done. Successfully completed. Fantastic. And we gain some more experience and total Mars preparations. And astronauts are available again. Interesting. I would have thought they would have to be recuperate, but not the case. Okay, so we now have a free mission slot. What to do with that? Okay, so that's being planned. So we could do the global positioning. Yeah, so we've got the global positioning, we could do that, but we don't need the funds at the minute, but the vehicle, the advanced shock absorption would be good. We're doing the manoeuvring evaluation. The life support test would be good because of the additional science. On the moon, we have the far side, but the science isn't actually that good compared to just doing the life support test. And over on... Has Jupiter got anything for us? No. Be interesting to see if we get any question missions out there. And then we got the Subsurface Penetrator, which is very good research. And it's only 8 months after launch, so I think this one might be interesting to do. And we've definitely got the... So okay, let's plan this mission, and we'll stick with a standard payload. Select and go. So that'll be ready in 3 months' time. So we shall... oh, where have I gone now? Let's go back to Earth, and just checking the research. So we are just over halfway, and we should get that done next turn, to be fair. So that should be interesting. Okay. Yep, mission control is now done, and we now have a launch. So the manoeuvring evaluation. Yep, 80% payload and 69% for the launch. It's not the best launch reliability, and I think this is the shuttle again. Yeah, we have a good day, and we got improved. So I think it's the best it's going to be for weather-wise, and we've got improved directional stabilization, so that half the chance of a negative event. It's no good nervous. It doesn't stop a critical though, but let's go. Fingers crossed we don't have the same repeat of last time. Oh no, 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 no. It's going at an angle. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not liking these shuttles anymore. 1% chance. Oh my god, these shuttles are terrible. Jesus, another 2 astronauts lost. Sorry guys. I think I literally have just hired them, and the first mission they're dead. God, this is yeah. Can't believe this. How these astronauts are these rockets are just going up and just destroying. It's ridiculous. But can't believe it, but I need to keep going. Right, that's now unlocked, so we could move on to the Modular Space Station, but I think I might go for the Neptune. So let's go for the Neptune flyby. We are definitely not looking good for astronauts. Surprised we get any more recruits the way we're going through them at the minute. It's just ridiculous. Can't believe it. Right, the Neptune flyby. As the most distant planet in the solar system, reaching Neptune represents a major technical challenge. This mission will dispatch a nuclear-powered probe to perform a flyby of the giant planet, performing invaluable scientific observation as it passes. So I think we'll go from the Neptune, then the Grand Tour. And I say, it is tempting to go back for the Saturn and the Mercury and even the Venus Impactor. Not so sure though. It's definitely interesting to get back onto them and make sure we complete them so we don't go too far ahead. But I just can't believe these rockets keep going the way they're going. Orbital Way Station. That looks pretty good as well. So this station is designed to act as a resupply point for other space missions. Astronauts can use the station to transfer between spacecraft, and spacecraft can use it to refuel and replenish. God, launch reliability. God, everything's just negative, isn't it? But I feel that's the one we do want to be going for. We'd need the science. So let's get that done. And it needs 2 crews, so we'll have to hire some more astronauts. So let's get that payload done and build that for 8 months' time. Oh god, just can't believe what's going on with the crew at the minute. So we need some more astronauts to become available. So we might have to even look at the research for the buildings. Where is it? Yeah, Hall of Fame. So increase the number of astronauts in the astronaut pool by 4. So we might have to even look at doing that, just to try and get more astronauts coming through. Okay. Yep. So active missions are underway. Space Station Modular Space Station 1 is to be completed in 4 months' time, and the Subsurface Penetrator. Well, we're gonna have to build its own vehicle for this one. Not sure if I'm interested in building the what's it called, the shuttle, because it doesn't seem very reliable, and we'll need crew for this one as well. So we're gonna have to hire some more astronauts shortly enough. Yep, so the world mourns fallen heroes. News of the launch disaster which killed astronauts Terry Yushi Yunto and Fukudo Shuyai is dominating the world's media. Thousands have gathered around the world to pay their respects to those one newspaper described as the boldest, the bravest, and the best of us. Yep, again, sorry guys, did everything we could to get the rocket good as possible, but it just didn't work. Okay, how are we looking for the astronauts? We've still only got 3 to hire. I mean, we might have to hire them just if we have to, but we've got 3 as it's going. But anyway, apologies. Agencies propose international collaboration. The other 4 major space agencies have approached your agency, propose international collaboration in the construction and use of your prospective modular space station. Accepting the proposal would grant your agency 5,000k to 5 million towards the future construction cost, although your advisors note that the other agencies would receive significant science from gaining access to the station. And so from the beginning of this Let's Play, we are doing this for humanity, not just for the Japanese Space Agency, but we are doing it as well for ourselves. But this is definitely something that I do believe that we should be doing. But I don't understand why we're getting this one, because the Chinese and the Soviets are ahead of us, but I shall accept the proposal. So you have accepted the proposal. This space station will benefit all humans. An agency spokesperson stated, as such, all nations should be able to contribute and benefit from it. So we gain 5,000k and gain 25 reputation with other agencies. It's always a bonus. So the payload for the Subsurface Penetrator is done, and only vehicle percentage reliability counts towards launch reliability. So next design. So vehicle design, we can reuse the Karashar. It seems the only one that we can use by the looks of it. Not sure why. Okay, so we've got launch reliability has gone down, so we need to somehow look at that. Don't think there's anything else we can. There is a few things we can use. Okay. Okay, so we'll select that part, and okay, so there's that, and yeah, nothing else seems to increase it particularly. Anything better than 61% at 1.5. Yep, so that's the rocket. Okay then, so so both of them are pretty bad, but the launch reliability doesn't seem the best either. I've only got 10% critical, but we seem to be hitting them every single time. So let's confirm that one and build. Okay. Yeah, so China's launching the Modular Space Station 1 next month. We've got an EVA repair exercise to do as well. Oh, we did forget one thing. The base. Can we now build mission expansion? Yes, we can. Fantastic. So it can go there, which is, I believe, next to, yeah, the expansion anyway. So if we build that there, that gains rewards there. Up here, doesn't give us anything. Okay, so that seems the best location anyway. So that's 750k. I think it's 500k normally, but let's get that built, which will be done in 6 months' time. Then we can start looking at doing additional missions, which will be good. For once, we've actually got the money to the credits to actually do additional missions, so that's a bonus. Okay, so we've got modular stations done in 2 months when we need a vehicle, 6 months for the penetrator, and the way station we've done in 6 months as well. Okay, moving on. So the Neptune flyby will be done next month, which is good as well. Nothing to do, we'll just check the AC. So yeah, the Chinese are slowly coming back into the good side. ESA is definitely liking us a lot more than everybody else. So NASA's done the space station, the Soviets are on the Modular Space Station 2, Saturn flyby for ESA, and the Vesta for the Chinese still. Moving on. So Neptune flyby research complete. It does look like the International Space Station has gone up for the Chinese. And we've just got the payload done. A little bit behind, but okay. So we've got a minus 100% upgrade cost, but the 5% launch reliability. No problem. Let's move on. So we could do a rocket. We could design a shuttle. Okay, 90% launch reliability is better than what we've had previously, so it is possible. So we could make it cheaper. We could do vehicle build time by 1 month. So the onboard cameras are no penalty, no support loss, 20% for positive events, or half of the chance of a negative event during launch. Could select that one. I think we need a new name for these rockets, for this rocket anyway. Oh, what do we call it then? Right, I think I want to call it the Shogun, if I can spell it properly. Shogun. I think the Hope hasn't done very well for us, so we're going to rename to the Shogun, and we'll get that done and built. Yep, so the Chinese did complete that milestone first, which is a shame, but again, this is how it goes. So the Chinese to be the first in July of 1980, and the Soviets were behind them at 8 months. So hopefully they'll, well, not hopefully, it'd be good if they get it done, but unfortunately, I do believe these have got astronauts on board, so don't really want to obviously lose it. They don't want them to lose any astronauts either. So I think we may as well go on to the Grand Tour and just get that pushed through. There's no reason not to. So where's the space telescope then? Okay, so it's basically, that's the right order. So it could go to the module, so that's why they've gone to the Modular Space Station 2, because that is the next one technically in the chain. But the Grand Tour is, how much was that actually, Grand Tour? 10,000, wow. 6 phases though, so you've got phase 1 immediately after launch, phase 2 which is 1 year and 8 months. Okay, so it's just doing all the different flybys, and then it does Pluto at the end after 12 years. So it is a bit of a beast of a mission. So we've got Neptune unlocked. So oh no, sorry. Yeah, we can continue down. I am tempted now to go towards this one, but I'm just concerned that if I do that, it may actually, we may not get it done. So let's get the Grand Tour underway. So this ambitious mission will launch a long-range nuclear-powered probe with a carefully designed trajectory allowing it to visit Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. After these encounters, the probe will continue on into interplanetary space, leaving the solar system entirely. So yeah, let's get that done. Then after that is completed, I'm going to go back to the Modular Space Station, onto the Unity. Then when that's done, I'm going to go to the Space Telescope and the Hubble, depending if we need to do any other research in the buildings or the vehicles. We'll see how that goes. Looks like Mars? No. What's out here? Neptune. Oh yeah, what am I on about? Yeah. So we now unlocked the Neptune flyby. But that one will take six years from launch and then an additional 12 years to do the flyby. So again, getting really, really long missions. But what we can do now is move to next month. Right then, payload component issue. Your engineers have discovered a manufacturing error in a key component of the Ziyara payload for your upcoming Modular Space Station Mission 1. The Space Station 1 mission. Typical. They estimate a 10% reduction in the payload reliability, which is currently 75% unless you commit funds to replacing the part. Well, it's going to cost us pretty much 1 month anyway, so we will replace the part. Okay, your engineers will replace the component, preventing any reduction to payload reliability. Can't afford any reliability errors, so that's fine. Yep, so that's going to be done in 9 months. So the space station is 9 months, 3 months for the Subsurface Penetrator, and 3 months for the Orbital Way Station payload to be completed. And we are building 3 months for the additional mission slot, so we'll keep going. So rival agency claims dominance. Several news outlets have reported on China's successful Modular Space Station 1 mission. China have stated that achieving this mission with accuracy proves its technological superiority, and that it is leading the space race. Your agency has been approached for a comment. Refute the claim or avoid dispute. Nah, I'm not really sure. I mean, they've won a couple, we've won most of them, but it is what it is. End of the day, I'm going to avoid it. There's no reason to. So your agency has avoided getting into a public war of words. We're trying to. Our achievements will speak for themselves, stated an agency representative, which is what I believe as well. We don't need to mess around with things like that. So, okay, so we've got an atmospheric sensors we can do on Mars, if we had the slot available, which we might have shortly. But again, there's nothing more to do at the minute. Have we got any more astronauts? Doesn't look like it. So I'm hoping we'll get a few more coming through. There we go, some more. And we have 2 women. Okay. And a scientist. So not the best reward, but I shall take this one here. We're going to rename this astronaut after the viewer who would like to become an astronaut. So we're going to rename this for Maria. That is the correct spelling as far as I'm aware. Just double checking. Yep. So we're going to rename that, and we're going to hire this one. So there we go. We've hired Maria. So if anybody would like to become an astronaut in the game, please leave a comment below with that you would like to become a new astronaut for the Japanese Space Agency, and if you would like to have a certain trait or certain, I say, male or female character, please say that as well, and I'll see what I can do for you. Because we do need more astronauts, so please all volunteer. Right, so we've got another month to go, and we should be able to do something. Right, the mission control has now been completed, so we can do another mission now. Okay, so the Orbital Way Station payload has been completed and the contract effects decreased by 50%. Not a problem. And the Subsurface Penetrator vehicle is ready to go. They've got minus 50% launch reliability penalty for suboptimal launch windows and increased frequency of suboptimal launch windows. Fantastic. 61% launch is not the best. Okay, so let's just get the Orbital Way Station 1 done. We could design another shuttle. or we could reuse one. Okay, that's going to be 13 months at 2.4, or we could design a shuttle which is better. Okay, so we've got upgrade points, so we can make it a bit cheaper. I mean, the guidance systems does look a lot better. It's got the bonus. You've got the vehicle build time. Okay, we'll go for the improved directional. Well, they didn't really work well last time, but they half the chance of a negative effect. So I think with the last one we got was an improved guidance system, so we'll get the improved directional stabilization. And for this one, what are we going to call this one? I think we had the Shogun last time. I think I'm going to call this one the Samurai. Samurai. I think that's right. We'll confirm that and get that built. So I really do love the idea of the shuttles and the look of them. They're awesome. But so far, I've not been impressed because they keep bloody exploding, and each one has astronauts on board, which we can't afford to keep losing. It's ridiculous. But I still believe we need to have them. I think they're going to be an awesome feature to the Japanese Space Agency and going forward. So we've got 2 underway. So we've got 10 months and 6 months. So fingers crossed they go well. Okay, so we've got a Subsurface Penetrator. So this is an uncrewed mission, so we need to do some training. And it's going to have to be the launch library. That is not best. And we're going to have to try for March because we haven't got the best points to go. So let's just select March and go. It gives it 70% for both the payload and the launch reliability. So we'll have to confirm that and see how it goes. Alright, we have now got our next free slot. Okay, so we're making a good dent into the Grand Tour, but I believe our science has dropped off quite a bit. Yeah, so we're in December, so it looks like it's going to go up. Oh, because it's a Subsurface Penetrator planned mission, so that's what it's telling us, that we've got potential coming in, but we do need to start getting a lot more science coming through the door. So we're doing the orbital away station. It's tempting to do the EVA repair exercise. Okay, we'll do the EVA repair exercise, so we'll plan this mission. Oh god, the payload reliability is shocking. Okay, let's get that done and built. Need to be careful because I think quite a lot of these missions now have got people, got astronauts. Well, they are people, but they've got astronauts on board. Yes, this one's got astronauts. That's got astronauts. So we've got the next 3 upcoming missions. We've all got astronauts on. So at the minute we've got 4 astronauts. So we're gonna have to just see how it goes. Okay, so another budget review, and we have gone to the next tier. Okay, so tier 14 gives us 612k per month. Nice, and we're spending most of that on funding. We've got funding is the we've got 45k for astronauts, 175k for buildings, and we're competing with the Chinese, which is 2%. How are the research going? So NASA's still researching the space station. The Soviets is researching the space station, Modular Space Station 2. ESA is on the Voyager, and China's going to the Modular Space Station 2. Yep. Okay, so they've gone to the Vesta and they've gone down to here. The Chinese have, and ESA is doing the Voyager, so they'll be looking at doing, going if they did Saturn or Jupiter, one of the two. Like I say, the Chinese and Soviets are both going to go for the module. We're going for the Grand Tour, and then we'll go back to the module. It's not the end of the world. We're not going to achieve every single milestone mission, even first or near first, but we'll do what we can. Okay, so we've got another request mission. So spacewalk. Manoeuvring unit, which gives us reinforced tank walls. Oh, damn. I would like that one. But can't really afford to do anything at the minute, so hopefully it'll still be there after one of these is complete. So we'll have to move forward. Okay, so we've got the Subsurface Penetrator. Let's go for launch. Okay, so it's as best as it's going to be. So let's get it launched. It's gone up, didn't explode, which is good. God, I don't see what's going on at the minute. This game's had an update or something, but it just seems to be the launches seem very, very bad. Yeah, it's auto-resolved this one. Done it plenty of times before. Mission done. So we'll move on. Yeah, we probably could have got the bonus stuff, but let's just keep going. So Soviet Union's launching in 1 month time for their module. Okay, so mission-wise, yep, we've got another 8 months to go before we'll do the next phase of that mission. The Modular Space Station will be done, well, hopefully the vehicle will be done in 3 months' time. And at the minute, we've got a very good 90% chance of launch. But unfortunately, we have had very terrible launches recently. Everything just seems to be either negative or critical. Is it yeah, critical failure? Or so, fingers crossed something changes because it's just a joke. Yeah, the autoway station in 7 months' time, and the EVA payload is done in 1 month time. Then we'll look on the building, and that's how research is doing the grand tour. So we may as well keep moving on. Yep, so EVA is done. You've got 100% booster upgrade points and a minus 100% upper stage upgrade points. And the payload is shocking at 45%. So the training will have to go into that as long as we can. Yeah, so we could do another. Yeah, the Kerry Shah looks like the best option here. Do we want to do another one? I don't think it's gonna help us by doing this. Because it's science mission, so let's just do a but then again, now we get a 95% launch, so yeah, it's tempting. I mean, I'm tempted to just do the composites to bring the vehicle cost down or the build time down. Yeah, we've got the funds, so let's try and get. I really want to make these shuttles work because I think they're going to be great for keeping the funds high and also getting the missions turned around relatively quickly. Let's go for a horizontal time. Let's bring the build time down. I mean, we're only going to save a couple of hundred, so let's just get the build time down by a month. We could put a contractor on it, but that will take it up to 11 months. So let's just stick with it in-house, and don't like that name at all, so what am I going to call it this time? So I think the name for this rocket, the space shuttle, is going to be called Tokyo. Okay, let's confirm that and build again another mission with astronauts. So the next, yeah, all 3 upcoming missions are all of astronauts, and each one have a new shuttle. So yeah, I'm pushing hard with the shuttles. The first 2 didn't really have much of an option. For what the mission was, the shuttle was the best choice. EVA repair one, I could have gone with another rocket, but the same principle, the launch reliability was lower. This one's now got 90 to 95% launch. So yeah, these 2. That one's 90. For some reason, that one's only 70. So that's probably down to maybe the payload or something. Yeah, experimental fuel. And then we've got 95 for this one. So if they don't work this time, then there's something definitely wrong. Right, so the Soviet Union have completed the Modular Space Station 2. Okay, so and ESA have completed the space station. Brilliant. Just check up here. So we've got, private space station. A private company wishes to launch a space station for commercial research on scientific and technical problems which require microgravity study. So another really good one for science. It is actually better than the space moving one, but I would like to have that reinforced tank for an additional launch reliability. Just so we have the research, the vehicle upgrades in the bag. And we just pull out when we want to. Yeah, so we've got another sensor mission, which gives us a advanced weather proofing. So launch reliability penalty due to negative launch conditions halved. That is awesome. So many good choices for missions coming forward, but unfortunately all mission slots are actually busy. So let's move on to the launch of the Shogun. Oh no, is it launch or does vehicle complete? I think it's just complete. Yep. So yeah, Modular Space Station 1, the vehicle is now complete, looking glorious. So Shogun has suboptimal launch windows become optimal launch windows. That actually sounds pretty good. Okay, so let's launch preparations. Astronaut time. Alright, Maria, this is your first you're going to be assigned to this mission for your very first mission, so fingers crossed it goes well. So let's just go back. Actually, we have 90% launch reliability, so let's add Maria Hoshimoto. We could hire some more people, but I think for the minute let's just use what we've got, and we'll add a test. No, they're going to use the test pilots for the next mission purely because of the. It's got a 90. It's got a reduction because due to the experimental fuel. So I'm tempted to hire the problem solver because at the minute we've got a scientist. We've got 2 scientists. So let's hire that astronaut and yeah, problem solver. So we'll put Takeyuchi Tika. We'll assign her. Okay. Training is going to may as well be the payload. So we'll get that done. We will do a launch date for September just to give ourselves a little bit of reward, because no one's catching us up, so we're not in a rush to compete everyone. We're going to get 3rd place because NASA and ESA haven't even researched this. So we'll go back. September's the next best date, so I'd rather hold fire for that one. We could do with getting the payload up a bit better just to help get that bonus for the mission. So let's confirm that mission and go back. Okay, so we've got 2 missions in progress, which is the Subsurface Penetrator, which is due for 5 months time, and we've got 3 months for the Modular Space Station Part 1. Okay, so we've now got the Orbital Way Station, which is due in 4 months, and EVA, which is due in 7. Yeah, the Grand Tour's about, what, a third way through it. So we'll move on. Milestone challenge expired. So, oh, too far. Yeah, so we didn't actually complete that mission. So does that mean the Chinese did it first, or we just ran out of time? Yeah, challenge will expire in 180 days. So, okay, we missed out on that challenge, but it's not the end of the world. So, finish 3rd or above in the milestone in 3 milestone missions. Okay, so that shouldn't be a major issue. We're going to get the first one now, well, hopefully, if we get the rocket into space. Okay, it's a shame, but these things happen. Yeah, so I'm going to have a hard choice next what to do with the private space station or the spacewalk maneuvering unit. Really like the idea of the private space station. Better if it's a pirate space station, but hey, private space station sounds good as well. The research and the support is amazing. But again, even the space maneuvering unit, again, support science is great, and we get additional reinforced tank walls. So it's tough choices. So looking at the crew, I believe we've got enough We've got 2 scientists, 2 test pilots, and a problem solver. I'm not a big fan of the athlete, but we might have to, because we have a few upcoming missions that we might need to recruit a few more people, a few more astronauts because of that. Just checking actually, the scientist that I just hired. Yeah, that's fine. She's still got quite a few years, because I'm concerned some of the astronauts that hire have only got a little bit of a lifespan on them. Okay, so the navigation does seem pretty good, but again, yeah, well, I'm just tempted to hire them just because it will give us additional. I think we only get 6 astronauts at once, but that's fine. We'll move on. What's happening at the moon? We have the far side of the moon to do, which is still good science. Does that mean someone else has gone over here? So, okay, so NASA hasn't actually done they haven't done the lunar orbit, but they've done the crewed moon landing. Oh well, let's say it's good that you can do the missions in any order you like. Right, I feel we're about ready to do the launch of the Modular Space Station. Yeah, so active mission wise, I believe we've probably got 2 crew and 2 crew for this as well. So we need 4 people in total. And we have 2, and we got a comms specialist. Oh, we got an electrician. I definitely would like to hire the electrician. You know, can you ever go wrong with electrician? So I'm going to hire you just because you're there. The rest of them are pretty good. It's not the best, but I do like the electrician. Okay, let's move forward. So, time has come. Modular Space Station 1. Yep, we are going to be 3rd for this one, fingers crossed. The Chinese and the Soviets did beat us to it, but that's how it goes. Okay, so we've done some training, so we've now gained the payload reliability to 84%, and the launch reliability is 90%. So I think we've done the best we can, as long as it's not raining. But it looks like it should be a nice launch. Okay, so launch day for the Shogun of September 1981. Right, so we've got adequate conditions at 4%, we've got 95% launch reliability, we've got the improved guidance system which gives 20% chance of a positive event. So we've got 44% chance to get a positive event, 50% chance to get a launch success. We have a 4% for negative and a 2% for critical. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping this goes up well because we've not done the best so far. Plus we've got our Maria, first mission for Maria to go. Fingers crossed. Well, what happened there? Okay, 48%. That's good. I thought I heard an explosion there. A little bit of a poof at the end there, so it's a bit like, oh god. But 48% is better. I mean, I still don't get how we're not sky. Literally, with that percentage, we should be hitting positive events, something like that. So let's continue. So the rocket of hope now we've had 5 launch with it. I think we've had 2 or 3 explosions with it, so it's not been the best. But we've now got it all the way up to 89%. So level 5 rocket, can't go any higher. Fingers crossed that means we're going to have better success chances with it. So let's continue. Okay, so this is Modular Space Station 1 in September 1981. Looking good. Love seeing the shuttle there, it's great. So we've got to achieve Earth orbit. Okay, so we've got data to get is 10, 19 for navigation, 19 data and 14 navigation for the bonus. We've got comms, power and crew. And the good old thing, drift, we've got to deal with that as well. So, what shall we do? Okay, so probably best to use the crew to do a manual data collection to give us 2 comms and 2 data, just to get some resources there. Okay, I mean, like I say, the navigation is going to be the hardest to get, but we can do. It seems to be, yeah, we've got power here, which will do quite a lot there. Comms, we could do getting the comms up high because that will give us both the resource that we need at quite a good ratio. So with that in mind, I'll probably use some power to get 3 comms and then turn that straight into 6 navigation and 2 data. So we're getting 6 and 4. Let's just change that actually, because I'm just tempted we could just do that into that. I mean, yeah, it's tempting to put 6 there, but I don't know if that's actually going to be any good, because that'll give us, I suppose it would give us 12 in return minus the 3. That's 9 a turn, but it's okay. So we can use some data here. Yeah, because that'll give us 6 and 2, and then just use the crew. I think that's the best. And then we'll get two comms to be able to start looking at doing some more next term. Let's confirm. 78 is good. 39, brilliant, and a 73. What's good about this one is the drift isn't actually adjusting unless we make it adjust. So that's a bonus. Okay, so yeah, the drift looks good. We can use some resources to gain a few different parts. So I think the crews are released. There's no reason not to use this crew here anyway. I mean, that sounds not a bad one as well. But we use the additional crew to get an extra comms, and then we can put that comms. So yeah, use the crew, comms, and a drift to get 4 data and 1 navigation, which gives the extra comms we need to do another 3 comms into 6 navigation and 2 data. Okay, confirm that. 82, that's good. 5% not good, but we have got power to resist it. If we resist it, we'll gain additional comms. Do we need to? It's only one. I feel for one power we can get more than just one data, so we'll accept that loss and continue. Accept. Like I say, we could turn one power into 3 comms and get 2 data, so it's not going to be the dramatic loss. Yeah, that's going the other way. Okay, so we could start using, but that's using the resources we need to gain something that we don't particularly need. So what I'm going to do is, no, not that one. Turn a power into 3 comms again, and turn the comms into 6 navigation and 2 data. Okay, so we're getting close to having the data we need, but we're going to have to go over, because I think we're going to have to start throwing a lot into the comms and also the get the additional comms to get a lot more navigation, because we'll almost, well, we've achieved them after this turn. We should have achieved the mission anyway, but we'll have additional 3 turns to get the navigation a lot higher. So it's tempting to throw actually into, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do that approach because I need to get as much navigation as possible if we're going to have any hope of getting to the... That's nice, little extra bonus. Getting the navigation high enough. The comms we can get pretty high pretty quickly because it's only 19. Okay, so that went through pretty well. We are out with the drift, so we do need to resolve that as quickly as possible. Which, that works. And then we could do that into this one. Yeah, so use navigation to comms to get 5 comms into 3 drift to get that back down, and then to get that to 1 for the drift. Then use the crew, 2 crew, comms, 2 crew, data, and drift to get that back to 0 and get additional 6 navigation. Then we can use the spare comms, sorry, to get 3 comms into 6 navigation and 2 data. So we'll only be looking pretty good though. 4 comms away, 4 navigation away from getting the bonus, but this is good. 72 is good, 18 is good, and 2% is not the best, but we could resist it depending what we lose. It will just cost us additional comms. Yeah, accept it, because for 1 comms we can get 1 power, we can get 3 comms. Okay then, so drift is okay at the minute, so we do need 4 additional. So if we get 1 power into 3 comms, use the comms to go into 6. Use the 3 comms to go into 6 navigation to 2 comms. We then just need to get an additional 5 data. So to get data, we may as well use the crew. We've still got additional turn to go before we can do that. Yeah, so after that, just need, should be fine. Just confirm. Okay, so we've got a fail, not the end of the world. Okay. So use additional comms, which we can't, so we'll have to resist it because we need the comms. The data. 65 is good. 70% is good. Okay, so on the last term, we've got the drift as 0, but we do need more comms. Data. So we use the comms. So I was thinking actually, the minute we can use 3 comms into 6 navigation and 2 data, and we could then just use a crew person, use Maria, to get us 2 comms and 2 data, and then recharge, and then we'll have 20 data and 48 navigation and resources to spare. Okay, so recharge 40%, fantastic, and the crew member at 66%. And mission phase 1 complete of the modular deployment. So we've achieved Earth 4, we now need to deploy the modular systems. So continue. Okay, so deploy modular systems. So we've got 8 comms, 9 data, and 9 navigation. For the bonus, we need 7 comms, 18 data, and 18 navigation. We just got power and crew for secondary. Got a few more choices here. We've got 6 turns and 3 commands. It should be okay. Yeah, so it doesn't seem like we're going to have the issue with drift. Just got to manage it and use the drift as a resource, which is a lot better than having it to go get given drift and you lose and you gain it. So it's all pretty reasonable. We need to work on all 3 at the similar times, but it's tempting to do power into 3 comms and use the 3 comms to get 6 data and 2 navigation. Don't know if we need... Yeah, I suppose we could do a power and a comms to get 6 data and get free drift, granted, but we could then use that free drift to get us low more comms. But then we could just use, if we use the crew, that doesn't really cost us anything either. So I'll just use the crew resource without actually using anything, and then we could use yeah, because that'll give us 2, but we'd need 3 to actually get rid of anything. So we could then use some, yeah, that gives us 4, 4, 4. So if we use power, we can try and keep them all as efficient, as similar as possible. 94% is nice, and a nice little cutscene there. Nice big red button. Okay, so that was done correctly, and we're getting additional comms. Yeah, 39 is brilliant, and a final 33. Yeah, because we need to have it equal. The drift needs to be bang on 0, so we need to make sure we do that. Okay, so we'll use the crew again. There's no reason not to use the crew. Okay, so we do need to get the navigation a lot higher, so we could use the comms to gain additional navigation and data. We could then use power to get the comms. Yep. Okay, we'll go with that. Very concerned that we're not going to get the bonus, but maybe a bit premature, but yep, 50% good. Okay, so we're getting there. Just need to see how we're going to get the rest of them. Because I'm reluctant to do anything with drift purely because it's going to be pain. I mean, we'll have to do. So here we have to do both of them to get the drift to get here to then to have to end on bang on 0. So we could do a power and comms into 3. Yes, that would give us 6 navigation and 3 comms. Concern is if we get too many comms, too much navigation, we could actually put navigation into 6. Yes, that might be the best approach to go because we can get the comms rapidly up then. But to get rid of that drift, we need to use navigation and 2 comms. Just doesn't seem effective, should we say? Yeah, it's tempting to do that and then do that. Yeah, so use 3 comms to get 6 navigation and 2 comms, and turn the 3, and then you get 3 comms still, and turn 3 comms and 6 navigation. Then yeah, you could repeat that quite a lot actually. Okay, I think I'm happy with that because I'll still need. I'll have the comms, but we can use the navigation, sorry, back into comms to get that up, and we still need to get 6 more data. So we'll see. We've got 3 more turns after this one to go, so we should be okay. Yeah, 40% is good, and a 87, brilliant. Yeah, so pretty much we can get the mission done, the object on this turn, but we are aiming for the bonus. Yeah, so if we do that, the comms again, it's tempting to do the crew as well. So we use the crew again. We could then turn the comms, the navigation to 6 comms, and then turn another 3 comms into 6 navigation and 2 data, because that means we'll just be 2 data short for the mission. We'll have an extra what, 4 comms to turn into comms next turn. So yeah, looking pretty positive there. So let's confirm that and move on. 28% is good. 6% is not the best. We have got 4 power, so we can look at getting rid of it. So we'd only lose 1 comms. I'm going to accept it. Yeah. No. Yeah, we'll accept it. I think we can still get there without the extra comms. Bloody watch my luck now, we probably won't get that. But anyway, we're there. So if we then turn the extra navigation into 6 comms, we'll have the 17 comms for the bonus. We then need to, if we use the crew to get navigation, if you use a crew member to get 2 comms and 2 comms and 2 data, that'll give us 19 comms, 18 data and 19 navigation, which is all we need for the mission. Measures recharge again and go. Okay, recharged. Yep, so we weren't able to get that one done. We don't need to, but we may as well resist it because we've got the power. And a 92% to finish on a nice little cutscene again with the big red button. Okay, so the crew have done really well this mission. And there we have it. The Modular Space Station Part 1 is in space. Yep, so we came third, but still good. So more support and more science. And more Mars preparation. So experience is 40% and total is 20%. So we're getting there quite well with that. And so the crew status now, they will stay on the space station for 12 months. So hope you're going to enjoy your 12-month stay in the space station area, and hope you enjoy that experience. Continue. So yep. So the milestone mission, we came third. It's not what I wanted. I was hoping to try and get there before everyone else, but it is what it is. It doesn't look like we'll get there with the Modular 2 because both the Soviets and the Chinese are both researching straight away, because we jumped ahead to the Grand Tour to try to complete the challenge. Okay, hindsight's a wonderful thing. I could have gone straight away to the Modular and maybe been able to get the first one, but it's what it is. And I believe we're so active missions, we're moving the way towards the Subsurface Penetrator, and we've got the orbital way station to do. That'll be vehicle done next month, and then EVA repair exercise, and working towards the International Space Station. But on that note, guys, now we've completed the first part and the milestone for the Modular Space Station 1. Thank you very much for watching episode 16 of my Japan's Let's Play. If you like the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next episode of Mars Horizon.